Here's a Minolta X 370 35mm SLR camera equipped with the MD 50mm f1.7 lens, and this is the later style lens that allows locking of the aperture ring at minimum aperture. So that was the later style that's used with the program mode on some of the Minolta SLRs, not this one. This camera has the advantage of having really good manual capabilities, because the shutter speed that is shown on the shutter speed dial right here shows up as a blinking light inside the viewfinder next to that number. And so as you're working with shutter speed and aperture combinations in manual mode, you're able to align the metered solid red light with the blinking red light, and then you know you've got what the camera is considering to be ideal exposure. That capability does not exist in the X700, but it does in the X370. This does not show the aperture in the viewfinder, so you just have to know kind of by feel whether you're at the wide open end, in the middle, or the other end, closed down. But anyway, let's just take a quick look at this camera. It's got 1/1000th of a second maximum shutter speed, and if I turn it on, and we don't have the timer set, there it is, and 500th, 250th, 125th, 160th, 130th, 115th, 1/8th, 1/4th, 1/2, 1 full second, and the bulb setting where the shutter stays open as long as I hold the button down. And inside there looks really good. The lens that's with this camera, I can feel a very smooth focus on this, very nice. The aperture ring has nice clicks at all of the stops, and the lock at the f22 does work there. And then aperture blades look really good. I don't see any oil on them on either side. Very quick and snappy. A very nice example of this lens. When it was wide open and I look down through, I don't see any fungus or any contamination down in there, maybe a few dust specks, but really very nice clean lens, should take excellent pictures. It mounts to the camera properly, and the filter threads are in good condition. I do not have a lens cap to go with this, so it will come with this screw-in 49mm filter, serving mostly as a screw-in lens cap. It's a dirty filter and maybe could be cleaned and used, but anyway, that's the purpose. The camera looks really pretty nice. There's a little bit of residue from one of those stickers that used to say "passed" on it. On and off switch, shutter speed, it does have auto setting there. That all works nicely. You set the ASA right here, push that button and rotate this. There's that 400. If we flip the rewind crank, that's in good condition. We pull up on that knob, it opens up the back. And inside, the shutter curtains are looking good. The film transport's working well. On this one, even the light seals look good. Yeah, I don't feel any sticky residue along the door edges, so this one should be ready to go. Very nice. Door snaps shut properly. On the bottom, it's got this protective plastic here that will keep the bottom plate from getting all dinged up by tripods and such things, but Doesn't look like it's taken much abuse at all. Very nice condition. A little bit dirty, it could be detailed, maybe a little dirt gotten out of the corners, but very good example of this camera. If we look at this wide strap, it's adjustable, and it looks in really good condition too. It's got these areas where you could put extra canisters of film, and there's still a little bit elastic. Usually these are all shot by now, but that actually would still hold a film canister, I'm sure. So quite a good camera if you wanted to do some manual film shooting, or put it on auto and it'll do a pretty good job too.